Hi, my name is Frank, and I want to present to you an idea that I had. This idea, I don't feel it with my heart, I don't feel it with my head. It's more that I feel it with the energy that courses through me and tells me that I am. To put it in some way, we're all made of energy, and for some reason I can feel this energy right here. If you're looking in my glasses, that is where I feel it at, inside of my head, right there. And this energy, if you can think in terms of a complete void where there's nothing except all of this white noise and static, and there's just a dizzying, so gigantically small place in the middle of this nothing where all of this static started to congeal. All of the static that the nothing of life was always there, to the point that the nothing would not have known to call it anything else. Well, all of this static started to congeal and become one point in the total void, the negative forces of the universe. Now, this molecule, this little spark of energy, it started to dance into nothing. And while the nothing that was around it always considered it a part of itself, it didn't even know that it was there even when it flickered. Now, this dot, this singularity, if you look at this raw form of energy in terms of our computers one day are going to be self-aware because of the energy that runs through it. Or even if you look at any kind of life, from any of the trees of life on this planet or any other planet, I suspect that the norm throughout all of the universes of existence, it's going to have this energy running through it, whether it's man-made or God-made or wherever it comes from. That's going to be the sign that it is alive. Energy is energy. Whether it's going through our nerves or whether it's powering my alarm clock all the way down to the light that you're looking at. It's all energy. Now this ball of energy inside of the nothing, when this nothing started to really wonder why there was nothing else, at the same time the nothing began to be aware that the ball of energy was there. And I think that between these two forces, something had to happen at the same time where the energy here wanted to explode, while the negative energy all around it wanted to implode. So throughout the spaces of it all, this ball of energy over here is getting completely torn apart by the negative energy drawing against it. The first thing to go out of this little mass of energy was space. As soon as it took off, space became a void at such an immense capacity that all of these molecules that this little piece of energy was made up of became expanded to the point that their universes and harboring life inside of the molecules that this is made up of. Now, as all the negative energies are pulling and the positive energies are getting torn apart by the negative energies, everything that could ever be possible inside of every one of these molecules that is expanding is a universe all the way up and through. And as they go back and they go back and they go back, they lose more and more and more and more and more and more and more molecules. And when they reach all the way back here in their multitude of realities, they're all gonna, every universe inside of every molecule is gonna go ultimately all the way back down and through, and everything is gonna be inside of the black hole. That's the main black hole inside of that molecule, and all of these molecules of molecules of molecules inside of molecules on out to forever are going to become so heavy inside of this space and all of this expansion that the dimension of space is just going to give out, and all of these pieces that everywhere are going to realize that they were all one piece all along. When space lets loose, all that's going to be left is this energy and this negative energy back in their first states before it all started, the chaos that started to look for all of the life. Now, imagine if you can that this positive energy, when it's all back together, it's going to be the essence of everything that ever lived. So this energy, when it's back together, and the negative forces that are all around it try to pick it apart again, the ball of energy with everything that it knows is gonna be able to bring back the optimum point of every piece of matter throughout existence. Like everything that had ever been possible went through the multitude, and everything is getting analyzed and brought back in, making sure that no life got left behind. And when everything gets back, it's going to get brought back as the sum of everything. There's not going to be all the billions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of realities. It's going to be the sum of all of those. The most efficient one from all of the U's throughout all of the dimensions. Inside of every molecule, inside of everything, there's a piece of energy that belongs to you, and you're always with it. And even though it's in you now, it's also in all of those other things, because it is ultimately all one piece. When space gives away, everything is one again. So doesn't it make sense that we're all part of each other right now, that energy that flows through all of us? Without space, it's all one. Now, could you imagine going back to that singularity, where all of our life energies and all of our experiences and everything that we went through in life, it's gonna snap back in, implode back out, and make everything at the exact middle of its lifetime. That way, the balance between the negative pushing and the positive pulling, or the positive pulling and the negative pushing, could be either way. It's going to find the balance, and that's where the optimum state of everything will be. It's right in the middle. It all started with this one little teeny tiny teensy winksy speck of energy in the universe that just decided to pull itself up out of the nothing one day. Like I said though, this is just an idea. I don't expect you to go and I do expect you to say, hey, look at this jackass. Maybe I can expand your minds a little bit. Maybe your rendition of it could get just a little bit closer to the truth than mine. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm saying that I have a pretty good idea of the way that everything went down, why that it's all going the way it is from a logical standpoint. So, hope you guys liked it.